everyone, Paul from Ultimate Modelling Products. Today we've got a demo of our brand new Ultimate Burnishing liquid. This is specifically for the metal type aftermarket tracks from the likes of Full Model and Spade Ace. They're available for most AFV kits out there. These naturally weather the tracks in a track brown rust colour. You can alter the colour you get by the amount of time it's left in the liquid, so leave them for shorter times, it's not as well weathered on longer times than it is. The effect of the metal tracks is absolutely superb. This is a track I've packed, well, a tank I've previously done in the past, a Tiger 1 with a set of full tracks on. As you can see, if I bring it up to the camera, you can see the effect. They are loose at the bottom obviously because they're metal. But you can see they've been treated, washed, pigments, sander run over the top to bring out the bare metal sign. As you can see, fully workable suspension. All the tracks are fully independent and all work. That was burnished with the track fluid, given a very light wash with UMP wash, and then pigments, and that's it, job done. Really quick, easy weathering for your tanks, and it really does what it says, and it works absolutely perfect. So, like I say, Full Model tracks is what I'm using today. These are off a Hellcat. There's 170 links, 2 separate bags of links because they're handed for each side. So depending on how you assemble them, they have to be treated slightly differently, which we'll get to in a second. The burnishing liquids here is 125 millilitres, and it needs diluting with water because it's a concentrate. Wear gloves because it is harmful to skin. Don't get in your eyes or inhale it if you don't need to. Read the warning labels on the back, which are quite specific. There's specific ones on the back, and there's full written instructions on our website as well, so have a look. Depending on how you're going to assemble your tracks, if you're going to assemble them in one complete length, both sides, and then treat them, then you need to go through, clean each track up with the drill. There's a video on ISM's YouTube channel on how to do that. Clean each one up, assemble them one big length, so you end up with a big bracelet of tracks for each side. And then you need to get a bigger tub like this, which both tracks will fit in, folded over. You then put the whole bottle in, 125 ml in there, and then dilute that down with another 100 millilitres of water, which you can use our bottle again, further up to just below the neck. Put it in, mix it all around, pop the tracks in. If you've got a lid, put the lid on, give them a shake around, give them a brush or a brush, tip them around, get any air bubbles out if you can, and treat them that way. Leave them in there 10-15 minutes or overnight, 12 hours, depending on how dark you want them. You can see it go as you go, and we'll show it in a second, the difference. I've done it that way in the past. I found it a little bit more difficult doing them as a full track length because getting them in there and moving them around separately is a bit difficult. So what I prefer to do, like I said, that uses the whole bottle in that tub with 100 millilitres of water. I prefer to use smaller tubs like these and treat each bag of tracks before they are actually even drilled, assembled, anything. All that's been done to these is overnight. I clean them in some detergent, so a bit of washing up liquid, a few drops of that, and some lukewarm water in a tub like this. Keep each track side separate, give them a rinse, a shake round, get them a good clean, get any gunk off there, any grease, etc. Take them out, clean them in clean water, leave them to dry naturally, and then come back and come to this stage. So because we're going to treat them in each box separately, like so, what we need to do is you go on half and half in each one. Now you can guess and just go half. I'm going to measure it just because I'm a bit pedantic like that to make sure it's done properly. So we want about 60 millilitres of the burnishing fluid in here, like so. So as you can see, it easily covers the tracks. We should have 60 and a drop left over, which we do. So we'll put a little splodge in each one, or a bit more in that one rather. It doesn't matter. And then come back, a little bit of water. So because it's 100 ml for a full bottle, you want about 50 ml of water in here. So again, measure it out. So we're back to there, like so. And in the other one, hopefully it'll fit in because I had a little bit too much fluid, but it does fine, that's no problem at all. So as soon as you put that in, they start to work instantly. Pop the lid on. Now these kind of containers can be found in pound shops, 99-cent stores, depending on the world you are. They're very cheap. Hopefully they're going to be watertight because it's the first time I've used these. Pop them in, make sure you're in, and then this is why I prefer to do this way. Now we do have a little bit of leakage because that side's not locked on. There we go. So with this way, because they're loose, I find it easier to agitate. As you can see, I'm spilling a little bit. So it's a case of just flipping it round. What you're trying to do by this, and this is why I think this is easier than the other way, is you get rid of any air pockets that are in the teeth of the track. If there's air in there, or super glue especially, the track burnishing fluid won't work on that part. So make sure you keep agitating them, turn them round, roll them round, give them a shake, and as you're going through, you will see the water or the fluid starting to change colour. So just keep manipulating it round and round and round. I've got a bit of a leak on this side because I didn't have the lid on properly. But literally keep doing that. As we can see inside, they are starting to change colour. I'd say 10-15 minutes is adequate for this. It should give you plenty of coverage, but depends how dark you want them. I'm going to leave mine overnight. I'm going to leave them 12 hours overnight. But I'll show you the effect. What we'll do, we'll cut and we'll come back in about 10 minutes and we'll see what they're like. So once they're agitated, I'm happy with all the air's out. Put them to one side. You can see there the water, the fluid's gone a lot darker, which shows it's starting to work. So I'm happy with that. If I look through the bottom, yep, they've started to work fantastically. So I'm going to leave that for 10 minutes and we'll come back in a minute and see how they're getting on. Okay, so it's been literally, not even 10 minutes, it's been about 7 minutes since we started doing this. I've left them to one side, had a quick look underneath, and they look absolutely spot on already. Whether I'll leave them overnight still, I do not know. I don't know if they need it. So we grab this side, I'll grab one out, we'll dry it off. In fact, we'll grab several, just at random, to see how they're done. Just going to dry them off quickly. Don't forget, keep your gloves on, don't get this stuff on your fingers. Don't touch your eyes or anything like that, because it is not nice at all for your skin. So there we go. So if we pop that over there, so as you can see, the colour of the fluid's gone a lot darker than it was. If I grab that one and bring it up to the camera, you can see how nicely brown they have gone. Now when you take it out, once you're happy with the colour you've got, get all your your loose track links out of the fluid into a different container with clean water. Keep them separate still, don't mix them up, and give them a good rinse in clean water, because clean water neutralises the burnishing fluid effect. Then lay them out on a clean piece of kitchen paper. Again, keep them separate, spread them out and leave them naturally to dry overnight. But I think you'll admit that is a really nice colour on those already. That's literally after 5 to 7 minutes of being in the fluid, and obviously the longer you leave it, the darker it's going to go. But for me, that is a fantastic colour, and I think that is about done for me. I am more than happy with that colour. If we grab the other one as well, just quickly to show you that both of them look the same. Obviously I added more fluid to one side by accident, but it doesn't matter. It's not the amount, it's the how concentrated it is. And obviously because we thinned it with water, it's taken it down. You have to be exact, but again, exactly the same. Nice dark rust colour. I'm going to pop them back in so we don't get the sides mixed up. So there we go. So what I'll do now, I'll take these out, we'll let them dry, and then I'll assemble a full length, and we'll come back and show you them assembled and the colour that they've got. Okay, so it's approximately 12 hours later. All the tracks have been out of water. They're in the fluid for about an hour. I took them out late last night, left them to dry, I've assembled them, and this is where we're at now. So I've got one length on the tank itself, which we'll get to in a second, and one length off. So we're bringing in for a close look. Have a look. As you can see, we've got a nice rusty brown track colour all the way along the insides. As you can see, we've got tonal variation in places where the fluid's taken differently, and that gives real nice effect. On the actual track side, again, you can see the nice dark brown track colour, and again the nice tonal variation, which is where the fluid hasn't quite reached properly, or there's been a bit of swarf in there it's reacted with, which to me is great because that gives, like I say, the tonal variation, and they're not just a monotone track. So that's that. What I've got a few differences here. We've got a link after, let me see, that's a 5-minute link. I'll put it in my hand so you can see. So that's after 5 minutes, that's after an hour, and this one's after 12 hours, and you can see the massive difference between the 12-hour and these two. As you can see, after 5 minutes the colour's taken really well, very quick, so there's no problems there. The hour one's got a bit more tonal variation. As you can see, it's reacted a bit differently. We've got tonal variation in between the teeth there, and the 12-hour one has just gone really dark. So you can adjust this to how you want your tracks to look. If you want them really dark, leave them in for a lot longer. If you want them nice, you know, just brown, nothing else, leave them in for 10 minutes at the most. And then if you want a bit of variation, leave them in for the hour. Like I say, totally up to you, but you can see real dark, real light, and the in-between of a little bit of tonal difference. So that's the effect of leaving it in for that long. For me, the 5 minutes to 10 minutes works great. If we go to this sampled link, this is on my Hellcat. So as you can see on the Hellcat, there's no sag. They are live tracks, so there's no sag on there, unfortunately. They're absolutely superb. We go to the front, you can see there we've got all that nice tonal variation all the way along, right the way, and they should even move along, which they do, as you can see. Okay, so what I've done, I've added an extra link to that other side. So we've now got this side on, and we've got a bit of extra track on there now. So what we can do, we can show it depicted with sag. So you see the other side where it's nice and taut on the live tracks. This side, if you're doing German armour or something that wasn't require nice taut tracks, you can see the effect you get from the sag. So that's the great thing about Frulls. Not only can you weather them with the burnishing fluid, nice, quick and easy, you can also add sag to the vehicle as well. So there you go. So that's both sides. I'll remove this link, we'll put it taut again so it looks properly. That's a track burnishing fluid. Very easy to use, very quick, very simple. No mucking about. You can leave those tracks as you wanted now, or you can add some washes, pigments, and tie them on to rest your weathering. Or even just straight away with the fluid, they look absolutely superb. So there you go. So thanks for watching, guys. There's our burnishing fluid. You can buy it directly from us at www.umpretail.com. And I'm sure you're going to see this out and about in a few other shops at a later date as well. Brand new product for us. Looking forward to getting this one out there. I've done a lot of testing on it, and it's nice to see the end result. So there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you around, and I'll see you on the forums.